Hello guys, welcome again in my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, today we are going to talk about Altseason because that's the most thing that's interesting for us. And as you can see from the title, I said that Altseason starts in fear and they never starts in greed. And in the moment, in the market, right now the sentiment is greed, and in some other charts, like we are on the extreme greed, and we're gonna check for sure. Today, I'm going to show some charts. Also, we'll talk about my thesis why I believe that we will have an alt season. I was saying this on my Twitter account since 4 or 5 months until now. Uh, the main reason is that I don't believe that a bull run can be finished without an alt season. So if we check the history, we always see that after the run of the Bitcoin, after the bull run, the alt season started, and some of the people made money. Of course, most of them lost everything. But those who wanted to stay on the game, who wanted to stay updated, I'm talking about retail here, not for the guys that do shady things and the guys that move the market. The guys from the retail that wanted to stay on the market, they won for sure. Because they was preparing all the time, and I think it's time now again to be prepared for a potential alt season. Of course, nothing is 100% that will happen, but with some technical stuffs and checking some charts, I strongly believe that we will have that all season, and I'm preparing for that. I like to play always in both directions. I never choose side to be bearish or bullish. Always I do my plan, I follow my plan, and I execute that plan. If it goes well, that's okay for me. It's enough. Like I fight my greed. If I joined in a position to get 100% of profit, I take that profit, and I don't want to get more, even if that goes, for example, 500% more or 600% more. I don't care, because my plan was to get that 100%, and this is how I stay in this game, because this game is hard, and if you don't have a plan, in my belief, you're gonna lose here, and very soon you're gonna leave this market. So guys, let's go together and let's check some charts. First one that I always want to check is the fear and greed index that I always mention on my analysis, and when I talk with my community, I always check the fear and greed index, because it's so important for me to check what's the sentiment of the retail, what's the sentiment of the market. And we can see here that yesterday we was at 78. We was at the extreme greed. Of course, this came because Bitcoin has broken its all-time high again. By the way, congratulations for all of you guys. This is a big thing for crypto, that Bitcoin made again an all-time high. And of course, congratulations to the guys that believed in Bitcoin in the crypto since the beginning. But now we need to believe also in alt season, because the alt season is the one that retail want that. But we cannot do what most of the retail does. We should try, and we should do something different if we want to win. So let's get back to the fear and greed. Yesterday we was at extreme greed because of that Bitcoin has broken the all-time high. Now today we are on the grid, and this came for sure because Bitcoin has had a pullback, and that came because President of the USA, Donald Trump, announced that he will do some tariffs to the EU and stuff like that. So that's why we are on the grid. And in general, we like in for 1.5 months we are in the greed area, which is the area that I mentioned in the last video where we should start taking profits, because it's not the area where we should start investing. And this is with the principles of the financial markets, not with the principles of my principles, or something like that. Now, if we go to another chart that is very interesting for me, these two charts. This one is a new PL that I explained in the last video. This is the Ethereum NUPL, and this is the BTC Fear and Greed Index. Now, we can see here, for example, that Ethereum is on the optimism and anxiety zone. And if we check, for example, Bitcoin and UPL, it's on the belief and denial. So very big difference here. But what can we say with this one, with the NUPL of the Ethereum? We now are hearing retail saying that altcoins are dead. They are not moving, even that Bitcoin is moving so hard. Why altcoins are not catching up? Why they are not going with Bitcoin? Why Bitcoin dominance is going to rise more and more, and altcoins are not performing well. So this is how the retail will go in the capitulation stage. Like the main thing here is that we should not let ourselves to go in that capitulation zone, because we need to believe that we will have that Altseason. And in general, what I believe is that while people are complaining right now for altcoins that they are not moving, and if Bitcoin does a pullback, altcoins like go 10%, minus 10%, minus 15%. I think and I believe that the intention of the guys that move the market is that to make the retail believe that altcoins are capitulating and they never rise again. Especially when we see most of the major altcoins, for example, Chainlink, Polkadot, Atom, the famous altcoins that we used in the last bull run, and they performed very well. They are in the zones so close to the capitulation. So why this is good thing for us? What I believe is that we're gonna have another shakeout, and I believe that because I can see and I can smell that retail is going to be and is being so bullish, and also from the other data that I'm checking every day. So what will happen when we will get that pullback? It will happen that most of the altcoins will go to the capitulation zone, and when they go to the capitulation zone, what happens? It happens that retail, the random people, will strongly believe that, guys, this game is finished, altcoins never gonna wake up, they are dead, and this kind of narrative, and that's where the Altseason will start. Like when most of the retail will go out, the Altseason will start there. And how the retail will go out? Putting them in the capitulation zone. And now let's check, for example, the Fear and Greed Index in Bitcoin, and we can see here it's so interesting that in this chart from Glassnode we are still on the extreme greed territory, like at the blue zone here. Even that here we are at just greed, but that can be the mirror of this one here, that we was on the extreme greed, and also here we are on the extreme greed. Last time when we was on the extreme greed, we also went to the extreme fear. So we should be so careful here, especially the ones who have joined on the trades for short term. and they generated a good profit here. I think, in my opinion, if I was on that case, I would start to take some profits, because if we want to believe these data are telling us that the extreme fear can come, and how extreme fear will come, that will come for sure by dumping the Bitcoin. It's one chart here, for example, just to support this this one that I'm saying is, let me find here, is realized profits. And I need to check that. It's so interesting. Here. So we are seeing that even that Bitcoin broke its all-time high, we are not having good realizing profits from people. What does the realizing profit means? This one means that when a guy have joined a trade and he generated, for example, plus 20% or plus 30%, he's not realizing profit. He's not selling because he's saying like, Bitcoin, it's going up, so I'm not selling because I can win more. How to make people to do this realized profit? Most of them, of course, will start selling, will start realizing profit when Bitcoin will get back. Why? Because they think, and they will say that it's better to take, for example, only 10% than to go and sell on break even, or sell even in minus. So I think it's time to force some realizing profits. So in the next moves, it's time to force the realized loss to the people. And with this combination, then the realized loss to be big, they're gonna send us at the zone of fear or extreme fear. And this will not happen for sure for 1 day or 2 days, but I always talk here for mid to long term perspective. I never talk here about short term perspective. Now let's talk for this chart that you have on your screen, which is called the exchange inflow volume that is happening in exchange, and the volume of the stable coins. And we are seeing that stable coins, and I disabled here all of them besides USDC and USDT. Both of them, or the USDT is the biggest one, and then USDC. And we are seeing that smart money are putting stable coins in exchange, and in most of the times when this happens, this tells us that smart money are being ready to buy altcoins, or maybe even Bitcoin, but also in most of cases we are talking for altcoins. So this is a chart that is giving us a signal that stablecoin inflow volume is rising. So that means someone that is that comes from a smart money, some guys are preparing to buy something. So when they will buy, of course they will buy when the retail is shaken out, because they don't want for retail to win. The another chart that I want to check today with you guys is altcoin season index, and it's so interesting because right now we are at 18 score, at index 18. So that means that it's on the deep in Bitcoin season territory, because this territory here is Bitcoin season and this one is Altseason. But historically, this is where Altseason begins, and because I told you earlier, most of the retail are not bullish on altcoins, and they will be blaming altcoins and saying bad things for altcoins when if we gonna have another leg down that I believe, in my opinion, that we're gonna have. And of course, everything that I say in my videos are not financial advices. I'm just expressing my my work of what I do and what I think in which direction the market will move. So if we see here, always when we was on the Bitcoin season, that's where Altseason has started. Like if we check every zone here, like look, from here we went up, from here we went up at the Altseason at the Altseason zone. Now for the moment we are here. If we zoom in, now we are here at the Bitcoin season. So this is another chart that is giving us good signs that Altseason will start. We don't know when, and we don't know how, but we believe that we're gonna have a good Altseason. And this chart, it takes all these things to compare to provide us this chart here. So it is good to check time by time and to combine with another charts and analysis as well. And also this one is percentage of supply held by top 1% addresses. So that means these guys are not retail, because the top 1% always is not retail. And we can see that while ETH price was falling, the top 1% of addresses were increasing their holdings. For example, let's check when we was on the capitulation zone in Ethereum here. Look how they started to accumulate more, and this means that they know something and they know how to play this game. So we are seeing that even from here, this chart is showing us they just continue to accumulate more and more and more. So this is what they are accumulating, and here are integrated all these kind of assets. So we are seeing that those stable coins that came on the exchange inflow, some of them are staying on stable coins and some of them are buying because they also think that we're gonna have Altseason. In my opinion, if I want to buy here, there are some altcoins that I could buy, and of course I would have one or two more zones if we drop more, where I will do the DCA on that. But in my opinion, it's better to wait a little, especially the guys that are in the market and have good entry prices in some coins. For example, the guys that play long and mid-term game. It's better to wait. If we get the drop, then I will start accumulating for myself also. I want to show also some other charts. These are the total charts. That it's good to see them. Yeah, and here we are seeing total 3 chart, which is the chart that excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum, and here are just altcoins. And even that Bitcoin broke its all-time high, we are seeing here that alts are not moving, and that's why we are people are building that narrative that all alts are dying, and they have a reason, because man, Bitcoin went to 112k, and most of the altcoins didn't move. Like they moved 1%, 2%, and when Bitcoin went down for 3%, most of the altcoins went 7%, 10%, or even more. So this is the narrative that is building to the retail, that alts are dying and they will never come back. And this is what we need. When I say what we need is us that are retail, but we are every day here trying to get that good entry and to differentiate ourselves with the retail. Even if we check total 2, where just Bitcoin is excluded, it's not moving. And we saw that Ethereum this time moved a little, but not in the desired place. And if we check total, like everything including Bitcoin, Ethereum and altcoins, we're seeing that last time when we hit all-time high, we was in the market was more money than now. So now even that Bitcoin right now is at 109k, we are not at the highest point of the total market capitulation. And for example, in now, because we are going to an end, just check, for example, this Algorand chart. Look at this is called capitulation. Imagine if we get that drop in Bitcoin and in altcoins, and Algo will come here, for example, in this area. Retail will be 100% sure that altcoins are dead, and we need this narrative because that's where Altseason starts. For example, let's check Atom, Cosmos. So similar chart, like so close to capitulation. I can say here is the capitulation, but okay, let's be more optimistic. This is not capitulation. We want to, for Atom, for Cosmos, we want this zone to be the capitulation. Imagine if this chart will come here, and if we'll drop more than 50%. Dead. Altcoins are dead. So just don't forget the narrative, because this is so important. When people are so against one thing, like when people talk shit about altcoins, just let's have an example. A lot of retail talk shit about XRP, but then XRP gave a pump that nobody was expecting. So the same thing will happen with all, most of the altcoins. Just go back in time before the XRP pump. People were saying that XRP is dead. Don't trade that coin. It's a stable coin, and they did kind of joke with comparing the XRP with a stable coin, and they said like, put money in XRP if you want to be sure, because it will not move. It will stay just in one place. Then what happened? 600% pump. So this is how they play this game. They will try to make us believe that altcoins are capitulating and they are dead and they will never move again. When we will believe this, then they will do their action. So let's check, for example, DOT in the same zone. Let's say check, for example, FTM. Now Sonic, but I will check this chart because it has all its history. Similar, like most of the coins, especially the lost bull run coins that went very well on, are in the same position. So we need, if we get the drop, we need, I think, in my opinion, and I'm repeating again that this is not financial advice, I believe in my case, these zones here, of course, are the zones where I have the interest to buy, because even if I buy here, it's okay for me, because I will have, for example, one more zone here to buy. So I'm just trying to illustrate something, because I will not do the buying and selling without proper analysis. But let's say with the reward here, if I buy here, I will get good average of entry, and I can win. I don't want, for example, to compare will lost all-time high. But imagine if it goes from here to here, like, or 500%, 600% profit, and the downside is much more less than the upside. So the reward here is bigger than it was before. For most of the people, and I remember, bought Phantom in this zone. So if they bought here, why I don't buy here? Because if I believe in Altseason, and if I believe Altseason will, we're gonna have an Altseason, why to not buy, for example, in this zone here, that for me is very good zone. Or let's go back to DOT. Look at this chart. Like, I can start buying here. I also can, if we get the drop, I can buy here. But just check the reward that it can give me. So it's a bigger one. The reward is bigger than the risk here. So with my logic, I can buy here, and I can do this strategy for most of the altcoins. So what I'm as a summary, I want to say that datas are there, and they are showing us something, and in my opinion they are showing that we will have that Altseason that we are asking, but not all of us, just those who believe on that and who will be prepared for that. They gonna have that Altseason, because most of the majority of the retail in that time will be out. And in my opinion, for example, let's take Polkadot chart, for example. In my opinion, when retail will join again, and of course they will be the exit liquidity, will be this zone here, for example. And in this zone, we already gonna be in good profit. So we need to prepare for both directions. Nothing is 100% for sure, but we need to prepare based on the datas, based on the charts, based on the reward. And if we're gonna have that Altseason, I think we're gonna get rewarded so well. So everything will happen in silence, and we need to hear what's happening there by using everything that we have, because the market, it's not our friend, it's our enemy, and we need to try to understand that and everything that's happening here. So this is all for today, for this episode, to say. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and to like the video. I'm trying to do a lot of work with my English to be more clear in the future. So see you in the next video, and thank you for being with me.